Awesome. I think we're live, Mapenzi.
Hi, Janelle.
Hi. Hello, everybody out there in the internet world. Thank you so much for joining us on Facebook today. My name is Janelle Smith, and I am a senior education specialist at Treehouse, primarily in the King County area. I have been at Treehouse for 3 years this September. And I have the absolute pleasure and privilege of talking to one of my amazing students today, Mapenzi. We'll be talking through some of Mapenzi's accomplishments this year and what we do and how we work together. Please feel free to put some questions into the chat box. We will love to hear from you and we will get to those. Yeah, if you're curious about anything, drop that in there. Could be a question about anything. Mapenzi, will you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Mapenzi, and I graduated from Franklin last week, and I've been in Treehouse 4 years right now, and Janelle is my Treehouse counselor.
Yay, awesome. Thank you. So before we officially jump in and start our conversation, we want to take a moment of silence to honor George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Tony McDade, Ahmaud Arbery, Manuel Ellis, Rayshard Brooks, Nina Pop, Dominic Remy Fells, Ryan Milton, Robert Fuller, Malcolm Harsh, Oluwatoyin Salu, and Elijah McClain, and too many other Black and African American lives and Black trans lives that have been stolen at the hands of police and racist violence. Treehouse stands in community with those that have been impacted by this targeted violence. We believe in long-term, sustained action to rebuild systems that are failing our Black and Brown youth and community members. Please join us in a moment of silence. Thank you all.
Janelle.
Yeah, so we're gonna get this conversation started off with some exciting announcements, and then we'll work our way back from that journey of like how Mapenzi got to this point. So Mapenzi, do you wanna share your good news with everybody?
Yeah, as a good news, I graduated high school last week, and I'll be going to UW in fall, and also get governor scholarship. It's about 3,000, and I'm very, very excited.
Yes, woo, it's so exciting. It's big news, right? How did you feel when you found out that you got the governor's scholarship?
I feel so excited because that scholarship will help me to achieve my future goals. Because growing up in refugee camp was so hard to get into education, so the governor scholarship helped me to achieve my goals.
Yeah, awesome. I'm so excited and so proud of you. Going to college is going to be an incredible experience. You've worked so very hard to get there. What part of going to college are you most excited about?
I'm so excited to meet new people and to have new friends. And I have a roommate from Bangladesh. His name is Yasin. So I'm so excited to meet him on campus.
So exciting. You already know your roommate, right?
I already know him. He was in my high school student.
That's so cool. Sometimes people meet their roommate when together, and it can be great, and it can also be really hard.
Yeah, it's very helpful to know someone.
Yeah, I agree. So I think that's really cool. You already know each other. So you already have some like relationship that you've already built, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we kind of a little bit talked about the governor's scholarship. So can you share with everybody a little bit about what that application process looks like and what it means to you to be a recipient?
The process was so hard for me because I'm like English language learner. So it really takes time to write all 4 essays. So I got help from different people, like from you and some of my tutor. So that was very helpful. But the process is hard. And I know it's useful to start the process earlier because for me, I start the process like in 11 grades. So it was very helpful.
Yeah, so kind of planning ahead, thinking ahead,
Yeah.
that definitely would be helpful, right? Yeah, I remember meeting you and a couple other students at Columbia City and working on those essays. 4 essays, and it was 500 words, is that right?
Yeah, it was hard one.
Yeah, those are some big essays, and 4 of them, that's a lot.
Mhm.
I feel like I remember that was the minimum, 500 words. Like that was
You have to get 500.
really above it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow, I'm so proud of you. That's some hard work. Awesome. So now let's jump back a little bit in time to hear a little bit about your story to give some context to these amazing accomplishments. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
So my name is Mapenzi. I was born in Congo and I moved in refugee camp in Tanzania when I was 2 years old. Growing up in refugee camp was the most challenging part, especially like in education. I should go to high school in camp, but I just go like out learn how to read and write. But it was so hard like to see myself to become something in education, to become a doctor. That was very hard. I came to United States in 2016, and I came with a foster care. So I've been living with Suki and Drew, and so nice parents, and I'm so happy like to be their kids and to give me hope, and I'm so happy to call the place as home.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome. I have felt definitely blessed by getting to know them. So I can only imagine that household, like all of you are just so lovely. So I bet it's just like love and joy all the time all together.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thank you for sharing a bit of your story, Mapenzi. I think that's awesome. Um, we have worked together for a couple years, right? Now?
Yeah, it's been like 3 years, I guess.
Yeah, close to that. Yeah, I'm trying to think back to like when I first met you at Franklin, because you had transferred from Seattle World School to Franklin. Um, and I just remember the thing that struck me the most about you is just like your bright smile and your positivity. You just like lit up the room and like made me feel like lit up and like super joyful and positive.
Thank you, Janelle. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a very helpful time to be working with you because you really helped me to a lot of stuff, especially with my education and set up the goals. That's very helpful. I bet as kids they should be very happy to have you.
Oh, thank you, Mackenzie. You're so sweet. That kind of goes into a little bit of my next question for other people to kind of hear a bit more is like, what do we tend to do when we meet?
Yeah, so we met like once a week and we just go like over my grades and we set up the goals.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a little different now with COVID. Before we'd meet in person at school every week,
But we still check in on FaceTime. So
right? Yeah, that's helpful. Yeah, so our weekly meetings tend to be just kind of checking in. How is life? How are things going? Checking in primarily on like grades, assignments, tests, and then working primarily also on goals, right? Your goal setting.
yeah, that's very important.
Yeah, and you're pretty awesome at goal setting. I definitely learn a lot from how you set goals and work towards those. So I appreciate that. um, Also, just a reminder to people that feel free to put any questions in the chat on Facebook here, and we will answer your questions if you have any. another little plug for questions if you have them. I wanted to talk a little bit more about your goals because some people might not know what type of goals you set and what you work towards. So do you mind sharing a little bit about like what type of goals you've set and accomplished?
Yeah, like for academics, we usually go like if I want to get like a B plus. So if I have like a C, next time I'll try like maybe this time I want to get like a B plus or something. Or like I have race on running, like we plan a goal and say maybe this time I want to do a PR.
Yeah. Some people might not know what a PR is. Do you mind explaining that?
Yeah, PR is like person.
Is it a personal see, like I'm not even like in the like competitive running, but oh, is it record?
Yeah, person record. Yeah, that's
Okay. Awesome. Cool. Yeah. And I have seen you work really hard for those PRs for running. And you've achieved some great ones, right?
yeah. I've been going like state like since when I came to Franklin. I've been going to state like maybe 2 years. But like when I set up the goal, really helped me. Like I can see the picture, like what I want, what my time want to become, something like that.
Yeah.
Very important.
It's awesome. I love it. And I cannot wait till hopefully see you run at UW, right?
Yeah, yeah. I talked to the coach maybe 3 months. No, maybe last couple weeks, and they said like they will be happy to have me in the team. But maybe in fall I'll try to run with the club and see how it goes. And next year maybe I'll try to run with the team until that.
That's a great idea. That'll be really exciting to be a part of that running community as well.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Cool. Yay. Awesome. So let's talk a little bit maybe about graduation. So what does graduation mean to you?
Yeah, as a refugee, graduation means a lot to me because like by the time I wear the cap and gown, it give me hope. Like this, I'm going to graduate. So excited because like in refugee camp, I didn't have any chance that I'm going to wear the cap and gown. So to wear the cap and gowns means a lot to me and my community.
Yeah, it's huge. I bet you had a lot of like pride when you got to put that on.
Yeah, like when we have the pride, it was so happy. Like I can see so many people around our neighborhood, and I just want to thank you so much for 3 hours to make this happen. This was like it means a lot to me.
Yeah, awesome. Do you mind explaining a little bit about what we did to celebrate your graduation?
Yeah, we ordered some food outside, and people just came by and driving and making noise. It was so a good time. It was very exciting time.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it was so fun.
It's the first time that we've had to do this, right? Is
Yeah,
like
yeah,
doing a graduation parade. None of us have kind of done anything like this before. It's unprecedented time in 2020. It was fun. It was like a block party. All the people came to cheer you on and celebrate you. We were all so proud.
yeah. Because I had my high school graduation was online, was like so boring because we just like person talking online. But the parade was really fun.
Good. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Mapenzi, it looks like maybe we have a question. Read it out. So it says from Judith on Facebook. What is Mapenzi's what are you most proud to have accomplished and how did you do it?
I'm most proud of graduating high school because that was big one, like special for a refugee come to United States with not speaking any English. So that was a very big move. And I'm grateful that I graduate and getting help for people and asking questions. So, and I'm so happy to me like to be more like open.
Yeah, awesome. I think that that's a great accomplishment of yours as well. And her second part was kind of like, how did you get there? I think like we talked a little bit about goal setting, and I think that's how you just know what kind of steps you need to take to reach a goal, whether that's a running goal or a grade in a class. but even bigger for graduation, that was a big goal and you knew what you had to do to get there, right?
Yeah.
Nice. And you worked hard for it and you did it.
I'm so excited.
So happy, so proud of you. Let's see here. Are there certain people that have influenced you throughout your life who you would like to thank?
Yeah, special like back in refugee camp for my care parent, like they really helped me like to go like in school in camp, even there was no like hope to become something in education, but they really pushed me. You have to go to school and learn how to become a better person. And I'm grateful when I came to United States. I met new parents who can do and they really helped me with my academic. And I just thanks for them and making that happen.
They all sound like really big influences. Awesome. We have another question, Mapenzi. So a question from Spencer. When you talk about going to school as an English language learner, what was the process of learning English like?
Yeah, special for me, like when I came to United States with no English was so hard, but I started taking summer classes. That's like all for my 4 years, I took summer classes, and that's really helped me to learn English and meet new people. And also, I started watching like movies on TV to practice my English.
Yeah, I bet that could be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I bet it's important to like be practicing speaking with other people too.
Yeah, especially like to meet new people at school and maybe enjoying like different clubs or like running teams. Is good.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you for answering that. It looks like we have another question. Do you want me to read it or would you like to?
You can read it, that's fine.
Okay. So from Nina on Facebook, she says, Mapenzi, what advice or encouragement would you give to younger high school students who are struggling to stay motivated to finish school?
The advice I'll give to them, just to be open, just be yourself. And I know because like a lot of people say they really want to help kids, and just be yourself and ask questions and try new things, and don't be afraid of yourself.
That's awesome advice, Mapenzi. Totally. Be willing to ask questions. Be afraid. I think, man, I I need to hear that sometimes to remind myself
Yeah.
things and like struggling a little bit at school or different things can be hard, but to be willing to just keep trying and keep working hard and ask for help if we need it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
All right. Is there any advice that you'd give to people in similar experiences as yourself?
And as advice that I'll give, maybe for foster care kids is like if you start your like application stuff for school, I mean maybe like for scholarship or applying for college, it's better to start earlier than late because like when you start earlier, you will be like more open of yourself and it's more like calm to start your process of applying to those college and scholarship.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great advice again. You give such good advice.
Thank you,
Love
Janelle.
it. Cool. Awesome. Another plug for any questions out on Facebook. We are welcome and happy to welcome your questions if you have any. Mapenzi, do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question for you, Janelle. How hard is to work with the use of treehouse?
Um, how hard is it? It's not hard to work with youth at all. My job, I think what's hard for me is just navigating systems and like working with different bureaucratic structures and holding all of it can be a little tricky and hard sometimes, but it's definitely not hard to work. Here I am gonna cry again. um, I feel so honored to get to know you and my students. You inspire me every day, and so do my other students. And I feel very, very blessed and thankful that I have this job. Thank you, Mapenzi. Sorry to cry at you.
To work with you. I know you make so much change. I know it could be tough to work with the kids, but you make huge difference on those kids. You change them and to be a better person in life. So I just appreciate Janelle.
Thank you. I appreciate you. You have changed my life. So I'm glad that it's mutual.
Yeah, it's really meaningful in my life. So I just want to say.
You have been very meaningful in my life as well. Thank you, Mapenzi. I think no other questions out here in Facebook land. Awesome. Question from Beth above. Woo! Look here. Hi, Mapenzi from Beth. She says, what are you most excited about in your future?
Something I'm really excited about my future, and I can't wait. I just want to be like working with maybe a refugee and try to help them and make something meaningful to them. Because I've been in that situation that I can't feel or I can't have hope. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen to make change in life.
You're going to do great things. I cannot wait to hear of how you make an impact.
Thank you, Jen.
Awesome. So good. Cool. Well, if you don't have any other questions, Mapenzi, maybe we'll kind of wrap this up.
No, I don't have any questions.
So just want to thank all of you for tuning in and joining us on Facebook and listening to us. If you want to learn more about Treehouse, you can follow us on Facebook or social media accounts. We have a brand new video with a bunch of our class of 2020 graduates, including Mapenzi, about their graduation. We'll post that in the chat, and I encourage all of you to check it out. Bring your tissues if you're a crier, because I cried watching all of them. It's so exciting to see all of our graduates, and I'm just so proud of you all. You can also subscribe to our e-news to hear more from incredible young people like Mapenzi. Treehouse will continue doing Facebook Lives throughout July. Thank you again, everybody who joined us. And thank you, Mapenzi, for sharing with us today and just being the amazing person that you are.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.